welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I haven't done a chatty sit down podcast style video that's not a reset video in a while, and as I was planning out this video of sharing some things I've been doing to help lower my stress, lower my cortisol levels, regulate my nervous system, all those fun things, I was like, you know what, I kind of just want to sit with a cup of tea and my little notebook and chat through all the things that I've been doing the past few weeks to help my body and my mind. If you guys know me so well, you may have noticed that just over the summer, with all the change and transitions, moving home with my family and then starting a new job, new career with real estate, and jumping right into that, I was just very stressed. I tried not to show it too much, but I feel like in my videos you could tell. And when I was talking about my goals and just like trying to hit these goals and things, I just really was like in a place in my head this summer that I have not been in a while. Like, I was someone who really had my habits down. I feel like I could turn off and turn on with work. At the end of the day, I could wind down, be fine. I wasn't dreaming of work. I wasn't waking up stressed. And I felt really like good and healthy and like was able to relax and have fun and then also do my work and like have a balanced life. I feel like I got to that point in my life. And then this summer, with all the change and really the new job of real estate and just like being put in some high pressure situations, things falling through, just increased stress pretty much is what it was. Just having that increased stress really like got me out of my rhythms, and I just felt very overwhelmed and in fight or flight all the time. I was always checking my phone thinking things are gonna fall through. Not that I am not at that point right now. I'm a little bit better because I've been working on it. And these things I'm about to share with you, these little tips and habits and things that I've been doing in my day, have really helped me take a step back, realize it's okay. All that matters is that I'm healthy. The ones I love are healthy. God's got me and we're gonna be good. So I'm slowly getting back to feeling like I can enjoy my days. I can enjoy my life without rushing through it, without worried that something is gonna go wrong. Like, the real testament to these habits and tips working are my oura ring results. Like, that's the way I'm able to show you guys, like, yes, I've been feeling better, but I have the data now too, thanks to oura, to back it up. Okay, first I am going to talk about some supplements and things. You don't have to go out and buy anything. All the rest of these tips aren't products, I promise. But I did want to share a few products because I'm proud of myself for implementing these. The first one is just taking a probiotic or prebiotic, a fusion of the two, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. At least that's what these probiotics from Bioma recommend. This is actually something my mom got, and now that I'm home, she has so many supplements, and I was like, you know what, I need to start taking a probiotic regularly, especially like after getting back from Europe and just my immune system. I feel like being a little bit weakened and things. But I've tried Seeds probiotics, I've tried Be Amazing's probiotics. Doesn't really matter what kind, just do your research for yourself. But taking this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. The one thing I haven't been able to do that people always say helps with stress is not drink coffee on an empty stomach. For me, I feel like I usually add enough milk and creamer that it helps with the caffeine in the morning, and my body's just very used to having caffeine on an empty stomach. Maybe one day I'll get to the point of like eating something before caffeine, but as of right now, that's the one thing I have not been able to do. Okay, so I take these, then I have my coffee, then like an hour later I have my breakfast. So that's what I do. Then this next supplement was recommended by a friend, my hairdresser. She's also my hairdresser. And they are the Goli Nutrition Ashwagandha gummies. Now, I have not done a ton of research on ashwagandha, and I need to, because another friend told me that you can sometimes have withdrawals from ashwagandha. So I need to look more into this, like how much is actually in here. It says there's 300 milligrams for 2 gummies. These are gummies, but guys, it works, okay? But for me, just my stress throughout the day, I feel like it's much easier to be relaxed and to not let things get to me when I take these. They say relax, restore, unwind. This root only extract helps reduce cortisol levels to promote a healthy response to everyday stress, and also supports certain aspects of memory and concentration, quality of sleep, and more. These things I really do feel like work. I think you could take them any time of day, but just she recommended to me to take them at the same time every day. I take them around mid-morning, usually after my breakfast, because that is the time of the day when I usually get the most stressed. Like 9 to 11 a.m. is when like I feel like I'm really in my work zone, is when I'm like overthinking things. I'm just like stressed about how am I gonna fit everything in the day? Like that is when I feel my stress levels increase. And so I take these around that time, and I have noticed that like within 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, I can handle this. It just like makes me feel like I can handle the stress a little bit easier. And again, do your own research, but these I just got at Target. Not bad at all. Like I said, I'm just gonna get the product recommendations out of the way before I share all the other tips, but you guys know I have been a #1 fan of Hatch for a while now. I've worked with them before. This video is not sponsored by them, but let me just tell you, this may have been also the reason I was so freaking out of my rhythms this summer, because I packed this up when I moved out of Nashville in a box, and I couldn't remember what box I put it in. And so I did not have my Hatch alarm clock for the past 3 months. I found it last weekend and I am so happy, guys. Like, I now know what it's like to have this and go without it. And the way I missed it so much, I went scrounging through my boxes that are still in storage to find this, because I was like, I can't go another morning listening to my iPhone alarm. I need my Hatch alarm clock. So if you've been thinking about adding this to your Christmas wish list, it is worth it. In my opinion, it is so expensive, but it is so worth it. And it helps me at night wind down. I do my little red light on it while I read, and then I put on rain noise while I fall asleep. And then in the morning, it's my little sunrise alarm. It shows different colors. I have a peaceful wake up, and it just allows me to wake up and not like automatically be in fight or flight mode, you know, when that iPhone alarm goes off and then I reach for my phone and then I see my email and I see my notifications. It's just the worst way to wake up, and I was doing that and I knew I shouldn't be. And now that I'm not again, it's been a few days and I've been using this and keeping my phone plugged in across the room, unreachable in the first thing in the morning. Guys, it is so good. Going along with your phone, another thing that I've been doing is not taking my phone with me everywhere. At this point and in our lives and generations, our phones are literally like a third hand. Like, it is an appendage to us, and I'm really trying to break that. I do feel like I need to have my phone near me, or I thought I needed to have my phone near me for all this work stuff. But then I realized, Hannah, it's okay if you like go outside for 3 minutes to check on something and like you don't have your phone. Or I can go to the bathroom without having the phone in my hand, or like go downstairs. And I went downstairs and made this cup of tea without my phone in my hand. Like, I just kept it up here in my room. And so being able to like go places just around your house or your apartment without holding your phone, do it. Like, you don't need to have it strapped onto you 24/7. Going back to a few products, these have helped me at night. So along with my Hatch, I don't know if this has really worked, but I've been using it and I really do like it, and I love the feeling of it, like a little nighttime ritual. I keep these two things on my bedside table. One is this magnesium reset spray from Aloe. I got this in a sample from Sephora maybe, and it says supports muscle recovery and bring on the bliss. 3 mists deliver 45 milligrams of magnesium plus valerian and arnica to soothe soreness and ease stress. So great if you're working out a lot or just, again, stressed. And I love taking magnesium before bed. I don't have any supplements right now, but that is the other supplement I would recommend, is some magnesium right before you go to bed. And right now I'm getting that a little bit through this spray. I'm like halfway through this little sample, so I may ask for the full size for Christmas. We'll see. But a nice little nighttime ritual. I put this on my feet, I put it on my back or anywhere that's sore. And then something I just got into again is mouth taping. This is mouth tape that you can just get on Amazon. There's a lot of health benefits for it. I'm not going to go into it now because honestly, I'm not an expert. But these are just the little habits and routines and rituals that I've been doing that, again, I really love. Yeah, there's been new research coming out about how breathing through your nose is a lot better quality of air. Your brain absorbs it better. It's better oxygen for your brain. So will sleep with my mouth open if I don't use this. So we use the mouth tape. Now getting into other little rituals that don't have to relate to a product. Speaking of sleep, of course, I like can't not say you have to get enough sleep. I felt like I was getting enough sleep. I was still getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night this summer, and waking up very stressed and going throughout my day very, very stressed and anxious. And so for me, I was getting enough sleep, but if you aren't, maybe start there. Figure out the amount of sleep your body needs. I know I need at least 7 hours of sleep to feel good the next day, but pretty much no more than 9 hours. And that's like my sweet spot. This may be my new favorite habit, is finding hobbies that make you slow down and that aren't with a screen. And I've like talked about reading. Reading was something I got into college that really helped me manage my stress and helped me turn my brain off at the end of the day and like not be thinking about my business and about work as I went to sleep. Now, my 2 new habits that I've introduced into my life in literally October have been watercoloring, because I went to Italy to learn watercoloring, and it was such an amazing experience. I haven't brought it home yet. I've only been home for 2 weeks, been a little busy, haven't been able to do it, but I can't wait for the day that I can bring out my little watercolors again, because it's a creative skill for me that don't feel like I'm good at yet, but I want to master, I want to get better at. And so it's something I can be creative in, practice a skill that I never get to use, of like freehand sketching. I can't remember the last time I did that, maybe as a 10-year-old. And then painting and like mixing colors and just like figuring out how the watercolor reacts with paper. Like, it's just a beautiful hobby that I'm really excited to do more of, and you have something beautiful at the end of it. And then the second hobby that my mom got us doing this month is puzzles. We are currently working on this adorable little bookshop puzzle. It's in our living room, and I think a few months ago in my life, or even a few years ago, I'd be like, I don't have time in my day-to-day to do a puzzle. Are you kidding? I have so much to do. We're all so busy. But taking a few minutes in the morning when I'm having my coffee and I just would be talking, or I would be scrolling on my phone drinking my coffee, instead of being on my phone, I do a few pieces of the puzzle. Or at the end of the day, before watching TV or after watching TV, my favorite thing has been on like weekend mornings, I can spend like 30-45 minutes working on it, and it has just been such a perfect habit for the mornings, or like for a lazy afternoon when, again, you could just be on your phone or you could be watching TV. Instead, like setting your phone aside and focusing in on a puzzle. It sounds so silly, but I'm telling you guys, it's groundbreaking. Like, once you start these grandma hobbies, and which are popular now online, which I'm loving. I haven't seen people be doing puzzles as much, but if you're looking for a grandma hobby that's like not that expensive, grab yourself a puzzle and just sit down, listen to some music or don't, and work on a puzzle. And it's so good at, like, you can't really think about the rest of your life or the rest of the world when you're focused in on reading or painting or puzzling. Like, it's so good for my brain, and a great way to slow down too, to be like, I can take 10 minutes a day to work on a puzzle. The world's not going to end. Another thing that helps me slow down is spending time with animals. This is when getting a pet, like getting Spruce, I always say, increased my life by hundreds. Okay, like having a pet that you care for, they can sometimes add more stress when they're not feeling good or you're worried about them, da 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 da. But your quality of life, I swear, increases so much when you have a pet, because they're just so fun. They bring so much laughter, so much life to your life, and just like waking up and snuggling with your pet, or like him doing something funny or silly or just showing affection. It's the best feeling. And so like spending quality time with animals, with your pets, it really just helps like lower your stress. I think it's like a proven thing that pets help with stress. You know, like at college campuses, they would bring in puppies for the students to play with during finals week, because it's just like an automatic release. It's the best. I feel like no one wants to hear this, but movement, I could have started with just like movement and sleep. Like getting enough steps in my day, or working out and sweating, has been so good. Like nothing can replace it. Like, I know I start feeling not myself. I feel gross. I feel not great about myself. I'm like, when was the last time I worked out? And it's probably been a week, because that is the point of when I go a week without like sweating, working out, moving my body in a way that feels good, I immediately feel it. And the minute that I start working out again, I start feeling better. And so it is like such a natural, easy way, honestly. Like, it's free. You can go for a quick jog outside, you can go for a walk. Free, easy, simple way, probably one of the quickest ways, I think, to handle and lower your stress. And so highly recommend. Telling myself some things that I've been doing to help be more consistent is, you know, in the beginning of the year, I was like, I need 10,000 steps a day. I still strive for that. I get it, not every day, but if I get 8,500 steps in a day, I'm happy. You know, it doesn't have to be 10,000. It's just really a motivator to like not be sitting all day, to take breaks, to go outside, get fresh air, get a few steps in. And then also, before my Europe trip, Mom and I signed up for HotWorks. It's like a infrared sauna workout studio. You basically do workout classes in a sauna. Very difficult. I'm loving it though. And I also love that I get infrared sauna time, because that is my other ritual that I thankfully now have access to, an infrared sauna here at my parents' and through this HotWorks membership. I understand not everyone has access to a sauna on a regular basis, but if you do, you better be using it. Or if you have a cold plunge, or you could just take a cold shower. Like, I swear these little wellness things that people harp about online and that are trendy actually do make you feel so good sometimes. I know in Nashville, when I didn't have access to an infrared sauna studio on the regular, it would be like a little treat to book one through ClassPass. We had like sauna studios, and so I would book one through ClassPass as like a little treat. So great. I love the infrared. It just like heals your body from the inside out, and then it's so good for your skin, and then you sweat so much. And so for me, just like doing my workouts in the sauna too with HotWorks has been really great at sweating and just releasing endorphins, making me feel good, making me feel strong and stuff as well. Another one that you probably don't want to hear, but what you eat as well. This is something that I'm getting back into a groove with after coming back from vacation, but high protein, high fats, high fiber foods make me feel my best. Kind of like a Mediterranean diet is what they call that type of eating. Obviously I eat everything, but when I can regulate and I'm cooking a healthy meal at home, like that's kind of what I go for, is high protein, fat, and fiber. And that's what, yeah, makes me feel good. And again, you can like immediately tell a difference after a few days when you're eating bad versus eating the foods that make you feel good. Cooking has also always been something for me that's a bit of a stress relief. Like when I lived in my apartment and had a stressful day, I would just like come in, put on Gilmore Girls or some chill music and cook. And it was just like the most therapeutic thing ever at the end of the day. So also try that if you haven't. Or just baking, or like, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate, just like cooking yourself a meal is such a nice gift to yourself, and I think very therapeutic. I just have a few more things I wanted to share. The next one is setting goals for yourself that are personal goals rather than just career or work goals. So if you're someone who loves setting goals for yourself, like me, I get it, and you look at your list maybe for the year, your resolutions for the year, or just your goals for this month, and they're all work or like externally focused, try adding a few in there that are personal. Try adding in eating at home more, or getting 10,000 steps a day, or reading so many books, or learning a new language. Like, try having a goal that's outside of your work, especially if your work is what is stressing you out so much. And so for me, I feel like this summer I was like, I can't do anything else besides my work goals. Like, that is priority. And when I started being like, actually, let me like monitor how much I'm working out again, let me get back into my reading goals, like let me do other stuff pertaining to myself and not what I do, it's really great for your mental health to like have something you can focus on outside of work, and something you can strive for and accomplish and feel good about. Because a lot of times with work goals, they depend on other people, they depend on your coworkers, on your boss, But with personal goals, a lot of times it's just up to you. You know, it's up to you if you get up in the morning and work out, or if you read before bed. And so it's a little bit easier to achieve sometimes those personal goals, just because there's only one factor and one variable, and it's yourself. And then my last tip is to plan things to look forward to. I don't know if this necessarily helps with your nervous system or cortisol or anything, but I feel like just when you're in a funk, you're stressed, whatever it may be, having something to look forward to in the future is so beneficial. Like for me, it was that Europe trip, or the holidays, or seeing a friend, and just having a little something to look forward to. It doesn't have to be a vacation. It could literally be you're going to the farmer's market on Saturday morning, and all week you're excited for that. Or it could be you can't see a long distance friend, you can't go visit her, but you're able to FaceTime with her over the weekend, and you guys plan a little like FaceTime dinner situation. Also for me this fall, it has literally been the TV shows Dancing with the Stars and Survivor. They happen in the fall, Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, and literally all week, and even during the weekend, it'll be Saturday, and I'll be like, dang, I wish it was Tuesday night so I could watch Dancing with the Stars. Like, just having little things to look forward to in your week is so helpful. And so I'm sure you're doing that already, but just a reminder, if you're feeling a little extra down, maybe plan a few more things to look forward to, and they can be small. Also, I feel like the fact that I'm drinking tea right now instead of a latte, it is like 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and I realize that sometimes when I want a coffee, I just want like a cute warm drink. And so cutting down on caffeine, like especially later in the day, I feel like also helps a little bit. Some days I'll still have two coffees, but some days I opt for electrolytes or tea, and I think that helps as well. Just not having 2 coffees every day. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but for me, I'm like, let's just do a few swaps and see how I feel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you can take away a few tips from this for your own life. Let me know if there's anything you guys do day to day to help with your cortisol and stress and all the things. I'm always looking for new stuff to add to my routine, as you guys know. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.